Hello guys, how are you? Now I will to explain about the some material about the psycholinguistic. But before I want to introduce myself. My name is Adolfina Patampang. My rec number is 219112010 and I am from class A psycholinguistic. Okay, now I want to explain about the summary of psycholinguistic, namely number one is acquisition. When I was child, I spoke as a child. One point, children are focus of attention and affection in all societies. The presence of an infant is a key to hearts of strangers anywhere on the globe. Number two is small children evoke a certain sociolinguistic familiarity and directness not permissible with older children and adults, and if these encounters transpire and cross-cultural situation. Point number three is developmental psycholinguistic examines how speech emerges over time and how children go about constructing the complex structures of their mother tongue. The last point, a common mistake of early students of developmental psycholinguistic was to assume that children had no language until they uttered their first word, usually about the time of their first birthday. Okay, next summary is no language but a cry. There are many main idea and important point in this summary. Point number one is crying is that it is not only communicative, but it is also a direct precursor to both language or human symbolic communication and speech or spoken language. Next, point number two is crying, at least in the first few months, is a kind of language without speech because the child learns how to produce linguistic sound, and so this careless form of utterance is also a precursor to speech. Point number three is the first few weeks of a child's life, crying is largely an automatic response to noxious stimuli triggered by the autonomic nervous system as a primary reflex. Next, point number four, crying initially is completely iconic. There is a direct and transparent link between the physical sound and its communicative intent. Next, point number five is in the first month or two of the child's development, crying becomes more differentiated and more symbolic. This means that is not directly related to the child's sense of discomfort. Rather, the cries are subtly, indirectly, and almost randomly associated with its need. Number six is this cooing stage emerges at about 2 months of age but is suspect. Next point, number seven, babbling refers to the natural redundancy of children. Point number eight, some psycholinguistics distinguish between marginal babbling and early stage similar to cooing, where infants produce a few and somewhat random consonant and canonical babbling, which usually emerges at around 8 months, when the child's vocalization narrows down to syllables that begin to approximate the syllables of the caretaker's language. Number nine, their earliest acquisition is not the segmental phonemes or the individual consonant and vowels that go to make up their native tongue. Next point, number 10, that children are starting to acquiring the segmental sounds of suprasegmental sound. The term suprasegmental refers to the musical pitch, rhythm, and stress which accompany the syllables we produce and which play such an important role in making grammar, meaning, and intention. Next point is number 11. Babbling is the first psycholinguistic stage where we have strong evidence that infants are influenced by all those many months of exposure to their mother tongue. Next is point number 12. The crying and cooing stage, with little overt manifestation of the significant difference between them in hearing ability. Last point, or number 13, is the lack of suprasegmental accuracy in the babbling of deaf baby is often the first signal of the child's disability. The next summary is first word in here. I get a one point of main idea in this summary, namely with range of latitude as so when the first word emerges and as to what constitutes a word. It seems that children often use idiomorphs word they invent when they first catch on to the magical notion, and certain sounds have a unique reference. That's all I can explain about the summary. I say thank you very much and see you.